Remember a couple of episodes ago when I said this was going to be a long season and we're going to struggle to be in a title hunt come the end of May? Well, it turns out if you go undefeated in December and January, you end up second place, a game behind top of the table, and a chance to topple them. Who knew that? Hello and welcome to Club 6, episode 14 of Half Star to 5 Star here on Football Manager 23. I'm Russ. Currently today we've got two games for you. The first one is going to be against Union St Gillios in the Champions League. If we win that, we do confirm that we're going to finish in the top 8, so we'll go to something a little bit more interesting. The second game will either be the other Champions League game against Copenhagen, or we'll play Tottenham. They beat us in the Charity Shield, so why not go and play them? Since you guys were last with us, as I alluded to in the intro, you guys saw the Bayern Munich in the Arsenal game. We got smashed by Bayern Munich and then we smashed Arsenal. We have gone on a pretty impressive run since then. We haven't lost a game since the Bayern Munich one. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Premier League wins in a row. The last time we lost in the Premier League was against Hull at the start of September. So I said it was iffy, the border against me. I think we turned that around now. That includes wins over Man City, where we beat them 4-1 at their ground. We've also beat West Ham, who are another title rival, so really happy with the results we're getting there. We've also managed to get Benjamin Sesko scoring again. Sesko is now on 17 league goals for the season, and he scored 25 in total, so we've somehow fixed him. I'm not going to try and jinx that or do anything different with what we're trying to do there. He is going to be the key to us winning the Premier League or retaining the Premier League. And speaking of the Premier League, as I said in the intro, we're up to second. We got that game in hand on Liverpool, but we can win that and go a point ahead of them. We were top of the table at one point. Liverpool have obviously overtaken us because they played that extra game. So we are doing absolutely fantastic. Transfer-wise, then, we haven't brought anybody in as such. Spezia's joined us. That was a deal we'd already agreed to. He's gone back on loan to Police Police, however you want to say it, for the remainder of the season. We have loaned out quite a few players and sold one of them on. So Dan Claydon has gone out to Hertha Berlin for 20.5 million. Can rise to 25.5 million. Yes, it's a little bit gutting that we're going to let a decent young goalkeeper go, but if he's not going to get the game time and Amberg's coming through, we might as well just move on. And Nestros has gone to Motherwell, but it looks like that deal was already in place. Well, so it's just skipped up. The other deals were Jack Fripp and Everston's also gone out on loan. One's gone to Hibs and the other's gone to Oxford. So let's jump straight in to the game against Union St Gillios. If I'm butchering that name, please say down in the comments. And, I mean, drop a like on the video as well and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. It helps get this video out to other people, get more eyes on the channel as well. So here we go then. Here is the team we're going with. Dennis Simon in goal, a back four, Cavell, Salazar, Dyson and James. Contreras at the base of midfield, Reina and Paloma in front of him, Carlos on the left, Creno on the right and Evans starting up front. Carlos has scored quite a lot of goals for us as well since the form has changed for us. I think he's been the vital cog in all of that, creating goals, scoring goals, picking up 2 hat-tricks in games as well. He's a decent signing, a very, very good signing. I wouldn't be too surprised if he gets signing of the season come the season review. And it's straight from the kickoff then. We've got the highlight. Evans gives it into our midfield. We go to James on the right-hand side. Carreno on the right now, Contreras at the base of midfield, shifting the play over to the left hand side where we've got a little bit of space. Cavell feeds it into Reino, gives it back to him. We're not creating any proper space just yet, but Carlos is exploiting what he's got. Left hand side, he's fouled. VAR review, 30 seconds on the clock. Do we have a penalty? It looked like it was just inside. It is going to be a foul either way. It's just what the man in the referee's finger says to him, and he's saying no penalty. So we've got a free kick here. Can we put this one in towards the back post? We don't. The highlight ends there. Obviously, it wasn't decent enough for us. We've got the ball on the left-hand side. Carlos gives it in to Cavell. This is the second highlight from the penalty review earlier. Into Paloma in the centre of the pitch. Shifts it to James on the right-hand side. He's got a couple of options in the box if he can find. He just plays it into Coreno, puts it into Evans, and Evans hits the Union defender. They come away with it down the counter-attack, down that left-hand side, well, their right-hand side. Cavell steps in. The highlight ends there. What was Evans doing? Why didn't he just like control it or try and turn instead of trying like the simple pass into the back of the net? Cardozo comes on for Evans at half-time. Carlos has gone up front. Cardozo on that left-hand side wasn't happy with Evans at all with that opportunity in front of the goals. We got the ball here. Coreno gives it to Dyson. Contreras over to James. We're staying with the right-hand side at the moment. James beats his man. Holds the play up a little bit. Gives it into Palomo. Back to James. Contreras. He needs to turn. We need to find a pass into the box, lads. Can we do it, Palomo? We're sort of boxing ourselves in slightly. We've tried to feed the ball into Coreno. We have another penalty review. We started the first half of the penalty review. We're starting the second half with one. I think Coreno was tripped there. The defender was never going to get to the ball. Coreno's got so much pace. There we go. Penalty awarded. Stepping up for this one is Coreno. Can he find the back of the net? Keeper's bounced around on his line. And he's missed it, but he puts away the rebound. The keeper went the wrong way initially, then dived to save it. Luckily, Coreno was in the right sort of frame of mind to come in and attack the rebound. 1-0 to us. Got the ball again. Dyson's got it. Gives it into James. Just stands on the ball, waits for the Union players to sort of make their move. Passes it, but we have now lost it. They're shifting it up on that left-hand side. We're giving them so much space there. That's the problem with playing wing-backs on attack. And their shot flashes past the post. Never troubling Dennis Simon. I think he had it covered, though. Free kick for Union. They play it down the left-hand side. I think that's where they're going to get the most joy against us. We've got the wing-back on the attack now. And Coreno's got the ball. Feeds it into Carlos. Into the box. And the keeper had no chance with that one. He stuck his arm out. It's hit his hand. Hit the floor. Gone into the back of the net. Hour gone. Man United 2. Union 0. I can safely say that we're going to be qualifying. Although, looking at this, Paris and Marseille are both breathing down our neck. So we are going to have to play the Copenhagen game. As Union's got a throw-in on that right-hand side. Put it into the box. We should deal with this one. It's a looping header. Dennis Simon collects the ball. Maybe it's an offside there, but the referee's playing the advantage. Dennis Simon rolls it into Salazar. Cavell on that left-hand side. Feeds it into Reina. I thought he fed him a dud pass then. We shift the ball into Carlos. Oh, he hits the post. He goes for the little dink over the goalkeeper who went down early and it just hits the base of the post. Any other day it rolls in or just sneaks into that corner. Salazar now gives it to Palomo. Shifting the play over to the right hand side with Coreno. Coreno stops. Chips it in. I think it's hit the Union defender. Plays it to the goalkeeper. Almost fed him into trouble there. Gets the ball clear and Dyson gets the ball. Waits for the pass. Gives it to James on the right hand side. James turns. Goes back to Dyson because there's no options forward. Contreras now. Into Reina. Reina turns. Feeds it into Cardozo. Cardozo to Carlos. Oh, what a nice goal that was. I thought Carlos had the heavy touch then and the keeper was going to get it. But he's just got the pace to get onto that ball and slide it underneath him. Man United 3, Union 0. And we go again from the goal, from the kickoff. Union shifting it through the centre of the pitch. They're just running at our players. And Reina comes back to win the ball. Gives it to Cavell. Cavell stops on the ball. Waits for some pressure. Nothing's gone on to him. So Cardozo's got it. Trying to find Reina. It's been cleared. Coreno's got it. We are relentless. Although here come Union with the ball, feeding it back into their defence. Be nice to keep a clean sheet in this match. Palomo's got onto the really slow pass. Gives it to Dyson. Dyson standing on the ball, inviting pressure on us. Gives it to James on that right hand side, who's got space to run into. Now the players are back. Straight to the byline. Gives it to Palomo. Palomo's giving it back to James. Feeds it into Coreno. Coreno's been dispossessed, although we've managed to get a shot away. But the Union goalkeeper is easily going to save that one. Double substitution. Cavell and Coreno come off. Kimbisius and Octavio come on for them. We've got about 16 minutes left of this game. 17 minutes, should I say. As James has a free kick. Gives it to Contreras, who's gone back to Dyson. Back to James. Contreras chips it forward to Kimbisius. First time cross. Finds Carlos, but the effort has gone over. It's a poor effort from us there. So we've got a free kick here, quite a dangerous position. It's about 25, 26 yards out. Reina's over this one. 5-man wall. Floats it in. Hits the crossbar. The keeper was rooted to the spot. If that was just a little bit lower, it would have gone in. We have a corner. Cardozo's putting this one in. We haven't got Pfeiffer at the back post. Dyson's there. And the head has been cleared. He's gone back to Cardozo. Cardozo's been dispossessed. Took too much time on the ball. James with a free kick just inside our half. Going back to Dyson now as we try to create a little bit of space going forward. Contreras has had to go to Salazar. Back into Contreras. He shifts it into Reina. Carlos is too deep. We can't find him at the moment. He's managed to get forward now as we find the pass into Reina. Puts over to Carlos. And it is straight into the arms of the Union goalkeeper. Final two changes then. Dyson comes off and Moreno comes on for him. The other change is Cortinovis on for Reina. We've got 3 minutes left of normal time, plus whatever the ref wants to put on. As I said, we're going to have to play the game against Copenhagen just to confirm that we're going to be in the top 8. Because Paris and Marseille are still in for a chance of going up there. Although saying that, they're only going to be able to take... No, they probably would still take our spot, wouldn't they? With the other teams below us. So yeah, we will play the Copenhagen game. Dying seconds of the match now. Comfortable win for us. 29 shots, 7 on target. I'd like that to be a little bit more. A little bit more goals, a little bit more shots on target, if I'm totally honest. But yeah, it is a comfortable win for us. 2 goals for Carlos. A goal for Coreno. Really happy with that result. Let's go and confirm the top 8 spot then. The team then for the Copenhagen game and confirming top 8 in the Champions League is Dennis Simon in goal. A back 4, Cavell, Salazar, Pfeiffer and Jefferson. Mason Mount in the base midfield, Reina and Palomo in front of him. Carlos on the left, Coreno on the right and Sesko up front. Jefferson was out with a broken ankle, coming back at the start of January. I would like to say that's what's confirmed our recent form, but I mean, wasn't there for December, was he? He was there at the start of January. But yeah, just glad to have him back. He's such a talent. I think he's going to be one of the best players in the game when he starts to get into prime. Wonder kid at the moment, and he's just a fantastic talent there at right back. And it's a free kick for us for the first highlight. Cavell plays it into Mason Mount, shifts it to Carlos on the left hand side. He's at the byline, and he's been fouled. He's gone down quite dramatically. Is he injured or is he just rolling around like most? I think he's Brazilian, might even be Portuguese actually. Penalty review here. And it is a penalty. Carlos, get up. There's nothing wrong with him. I think it's going to be Sesko taking this penalty. I mean, Coreno missed the last one, didn't he? No, it's Mason Mount. Mason Mount scored loads of penalties for England. And he scores one there, tucks it into the bottom corner. The keeper went the right way, but there was just so much pace, so much power behind that one. 7 minutes on the clock. Man United 1, Copenhagen 0. It stays like this. We have confirmed top 8. We have a free kick here. Reina floats this one in, trying to find Palomo. Our head has gone over. I'm not too sure whose head that was then. There was a Copenhagen player there, just making a nuisance of himself, and he's obviously put our player off. Throw in Copenhagen on the right hand side. It's just easily beat our men there. We have managed to get it clear. Cavell gets it up to Sesko, gives it to Palomo. Coreno, we have a lot of players ending in O in this team. Mason Mount gives it to Reina. Over to Cavell on that left hand side. He's just going to run. Although he's slowed up, now he's beat his man. Feeds it into Carlos. Carlos turns, chips it to Palomo with the volley. And it hasn't gone in somehow. It's just bobbled around on the line. I think it's been given as offside, but what an opportunity that was there. Palomo should have hit it on the volley with power instead of the volley with the deft touches. Another throw in for us on the left-hand side. Cavell takes this one into Mason Mount. Back to Cavell. Feeds it into Carlos. Carlos, he likes to hug outside the box. Palomo with the volley. First time effort. Tucks it into that bottom corner. Man United 2, Copenhagen 0. What a strike that was. Just picked his spot and just put it in there. Looking at the league table then, we are in 3rd, point behind Napoli. Our former team. We couldn't win the Champions League with them. I mean, I don't want to win it this year. Definitely don't want to win it this year because I want to win it. But it's good to see that they are still continuing on from the success that we have there. As Copenhagen get that ball clear. Dennis Simon, edge of his box. I thought he was going to do some Dennis Simon eccentricity there, but he's not. He's held onto the ball nicely. Gives it to Mason Mount, who shifts it forward down that right hand side. Finds Coreno, Jefferson into Palomo. Feeds it into Sesko. And Sesko is there to find our third. Never any doubt, although there is a VAR review. I mean, the players are going round him. I'm pretty sure he was onside. Arms are in the air. Yeah. No point cried around the referee. It's Benjamin Sesko. He's going to score 3-0. Coreno right inside gives it to Jefferson. Jefferson into Palomo. Palomo is just playing out of his skin today. Feeds it back to Pfeiffer. Jefferson's managed to get the ball from a pass. And Sesko's volley is an easy and comfortable save for the Copenhagen goalkeeper. It has been an entertaining first half if you're a Man United fan. We've had 18 shots, 9 of those on target. Copenhagen have not got anything towards our goal. It has been one-way traffic the entire first half. We are approaching the end of it now. We've got 2 minutes of time added on as well. I mean, if we can stay like this and just keep them at bay for the second half, keep it nice and tight as well, I'm going to be happy anyway, because I don't think we're going to lose this one. Half-time, 3-0 to us. Reina with a free kick, first highlight of the second half. It's fed into Palomo, trying to find his second goal, but can't keep his head down. It's directed nice as well, but I think even if it was a little bit lower, the goalkeeper probably dealt with it. So another free kick, Reina with this one. Into Pfeiffer this time, and his head, it's a better header than Palomo's. It's just wide though. Double change, Dyson comes on Cavell at left back and Reece James comes on for Coreno. We swapped him with Jefferson. Jefferson's playing in the attacking right midfield position now, but we changed his instruction to a Ramdoiter just to see if that can affect on that right hand side a little bit better. James gives it into Jefferson now, over to Palomo. Palomo keeps the ball, charges up, gives it to James. James gives it to Jefferson. Jefferson into Palomo. Tucks it into Sesko. Has Sesko been fouled there? It doesn't look like he has. Reina's been pushed. Dyson comes away with the ball. Gives it into Salazar. There's a lot of pushing and shoving in the boxes as we get there. Our players are rolling around. Salazar gives it to Pfeiffer. Mason Mount feeds it into Carlos. Carlos goes around the keeper and easily tucks it away for our fourth. Man United 4, Copenhagen 0. And Mason Mount pulling all the strings for that one there. But it was a lot of work for Carlos to do at the end of it to get the goal. The keeper just dived far too early, and Carlos is going to go, yeah, thank you, knock it round him and put it into the back of the net. So Carlos has had a little bit of treatment there. His Copenhagen shift the ball forward. Simon gets the ball and falls to his knees for whatever reason, holds the ball nicely and clutches it. I think we'll take Carlos off in a little bit after we've seen him on the touchline. Salazar has the ball, gives it to Mason Mount. Over to Jefferson on that right hand side, feeds it into James. He should have let him run on. Ball's been shifted forward to Sesko, and Sesko finds his second in our fifth. Just controlled that nicely, and you give that man so much space, you give that man so much time, and he's easily going to find the back of the net. 5-0. We make our final 3 substitutions then. Cardozo comes on for Carlos, Wells comes on for Reina, and Moreno comes on for Salazar at the back. We have 11 minutes of this match to go. We're up into second place now, just at 1 point behind Napoli. But as long as we're in that top 8, that's all I care about. It's that seeding that we need. We avoid the knockout stages. We avoid the extra 2 games. It means we can focus on the league for a little bit, focus on the FA Cup as well. I want to win a couple more trophies before the end of this. Copenhagen have come away with the ball. We've managed to get our players back though, and they beat one man. And it's a shot that Dennis Simon easily saves. He dives nicely to get hold of the ball. Into the last 3 minutes of normal time, rolls the ball over to Moreno. That ball shift forward, finds Cardozo. Wells into Sesko. Sesko pulls away to the left hand side, shifts it over to Jefferson, who had loads of space, and Jefferson hits the crossbar, hits the floor. I don't know if it hit the post before it went in, but we've got a 6th, and he exploited so much space over there, using the Ramdoiter instruction as well, just to find that little bit of space there and tuck the ball away. Is that Copenhagen got a free kick here in 2 minutes of time added on. Pfeiffer runs back into the box, gives it to Moreno, into Mason Mount. Can we find a 7th here? Slides it into Jefferson. We have lost the ball from a sliding challenge, and that ball's never going to trouble anyone. Pfeiffer's going to mop this up. Into Moreno, back to Dennis Simon. Gives it back to Moreno. We're just going to sit tight now, aren't we? Although we do look to be looking. Palomo into Sesko. Sesko to Jefferson. The space on the right hand side. He hasn't. He's gone to the left for the space as well. Dyson into Cardozo. And there's our 7th. Cardozo just puts it to the opposite corner to where the goalkeeper was diving, and it just nicely goes across the line. Man United 7, Copenhagen 0. And I mean, they got the kick off here. They're not going to come back. Ref, just blow the whistle, put them out of their misery. They shift it up, and the head has gone on, but our players are going to mop it up. Dyson, Pfeiffer, Moreno, we give it to Dan Wells. Dan Wells into Cardozo. We're looking for an 8th here. Dyson into Palomo. Palomo over to Jefferson. Jefferson controls it, feeds it into Sesko, and Sesko finds his his 2nd of the game. We just don't know when to stop. Absolutely phenomenal performance for us. Blow the whistle, ref. Just put them out of their misery. Unbelievable. Phenomenal. I'm running out of superlatives to say about this team. From the start we had, or at the start of the season, sorry, Sesko got a hat-trick in that one, not two, to how we're performing now. We are running away with it, and we should win the Premier League. We should win the Champions League. We should win the FA Cup. Win that treble that Alex Ferguson won back in '99. That would just be an amazing achievement here, considering what Man United haven't done in this save. I mean, yeah, great. We qualify for the round of 16. Yeah, we get £2.4 million there. Sesko, let's give the man some praise, getting a hat-trick there. We have found his scoring boots. We've got him back to winning scoring ways. So we have a look at the league table. Some games were played at the weekend before the 2 Champions League games. We weren't involved with that. Liverpool did win that, so they now go 5 points clear of us, but I can see us making that up, getting ourselves a point ahead of them. If we have a look at the schedule, then we're probably going to come back in March for the Champions League games. We'll probably do the second leg of the round of 16 and whatever game falls after that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Leeds one, although we do have Liverpool, Newcastle, but we can always save those, can't we? Because we are going to be in the Champions League final. If not, then it is going to be another season of this save, obviously, because I want to win the Champions League. If we have a look at what our star rating is still, it's still that 4.5 star. We need to win the trophies. We need to win them to get us up to that 5-star rating. But what a performance. What an episode. Into the last 16 of the Champions League we go then. So if you guys have enjoyed that, drop a big thumbs up on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already done so. And as always, folks, thank you very much for watching.